No, it's been really interesting going to see the film with audiences that are when we were at Sundance, the audience is not Asian American. It's completely mixed, and it was really interesting to see that there was kind of no social or racial through line or thread that ran through the people who come to us after the film and say, it was hard to watch almost because they had been through something similar, and so hopefully this is a film that can it's primarily for entertainment, but also can speak to that experience, and maybe give a voice to people who have been kind of tricked into those things. I grew up outside of Boston. The film takes place outside of Boston, and within the Chinese community there, I think within a lot of minority communities and immigrant communities, there is this kind of there seems to be a lot of pyramid schemes, a lot of Ponzi schemes, a lot of get-rich-quick schemes that are kind of part of that, I guess the immigrant experience across the United States. And I'm not exactly sure why that is. I mean, the film explores it a little bit. Part of it is that, a lot of these pyramid schemes are kind of playing fast and loose with, rules of trade. And when you're an immigrant, you sometimes don't necessarily know all of the rules that are kind of, the kind of red flags that would go up if you're watching one of these pitches. And, one of the film opens on a pyramid scheme pitch, and it's, I remember going to a lot of these seminars, and it was always with my mom and my little sister, and it was always kind of these desperate Americans, working class or immigrants, and they would always invoke the American dream, kind of like a shortcut to the American dream. And I think that's something that's very, very seductive to, I think anybody who's kind of down on their luck, or trying to come up in a country like immigrants are. When I was writing the film, and pitching it, I would always say pyramid scheme because nobody knew what a Ponzi scheme was, 6 months ago. But now it's the Madoff thing is they're kind of bigger investors. The film is kind of about working class Americans and a smaller scale of getting ripped off. But it turns out that there's also all the the whole rollout of mini Madoffs, that people who are basically doing the same thing but on a smaller scale, all over the U.S. The best way to say it is it's unfortunately timely, I guess, because you never want to be able to promote your film off of other people's suffering, but it's I hope that this will just add another voice to that dialogue that's going on right now about Madoff, mini Madoffs, and other people who are kind of losing money on these schemes.